gang, it's me, Ola. I'm coming at you from probably the most beautiful lake I've ever kayak fished. I mean, think of Lake Tahoe, but on a much smaller scale. Clearest water I've ever seen. It's in the mountains, it's deep, it's quiet. Now, I don't know if it's like this on the weekends because it's very, very developed. And I'm sure in the summertime it is very busy because every cabin has their water toys parked right offshore. So that entire shoreline is all developed. I went out and I fished around. There's 3 islands out there, and we've got an island here. So I mainly stuck to those, but I caught 19 bass and 2 or 3 of the shell crackers. 19 bass sounds like an amazing day for just a few hours. 15 of them were like this. I did get one nice beauty, no upgrades, but most of them were micro bass. But I'm going to roll you the footage anyway, just because it's such a gorgeous lake. Now, will I come back? Absolutely. I'll make sure it's not like midsummer weekend, because I know it's busy. I've seen videos on YouTube and it's pretty busy. Jet skis all over the place, but pristine waters. If I was going to live on a lake here, I wouldn't mind it being something like this. Maybe on the other side that's not super developed, but right here is super busy. There's looks like a camp something over here with canoe and kayak rentals. Yeah, it's a busy lake. But the fish in here are just absolutely gorgeous. The bluebird skies certainly did not help matters, even though it's rated like a 5.5 on the bass forecast. It didn't feel like a 5.5. And the big fish of the day came right in the middle of the major feed. So, and she was out there on the far right island. Some of my GoPro order came in last night. I'm still waiting on a couple more packages, but as soon as I get the second one, I'll go ahead and do the unboxing and get them all set up and get them ready for their first use. I'm hoping they do the GoPro Labs, the little experimental firmware. I've been using that on the 11 and 12 for years, but it's not out yet for the 13. And it opens up a whole new set of features that I'm going to miss when I leave the 12 and go to the 13. But like I said, hopefully before I use them for the first time, that lab firmware is up and loaded. So with all that being said, how about if I roll you today's Dinkarooski Catch Fest, but enjoy the scenery because it doesn't get much better than this. Good morning, folks. It is 6:05 on Wednesday. I'm here at a new location, and man, is it just gorgeous. I'm telling you. I mean, this is the clearest water I have ever fished. Probably in my life. Definitely on the trip. It is so clear. So, it could be intimidating, right? So it's a cool 43 degrees this morning. Oh my gosh, this is so clear. It's not even light outside and I can see the bottom. I need to throw a frog in these little pads. This is a very pressured lake. Very pressured, very popular. I'm hoping, since we are in the late season, that, you know, I won't run into many people. It's very developed too. I read that, so I know what I'm getting into. But there are supposedly some good smallmouth here. Has largemouth, smallmouth, and this is a big trout salmon lake. Let's hit this island right off the bat, and then I'm going to fish that shoreline and go down into some other islands down here. What a gorgeous, gorgeous lake. This might be the one I'd like to live on if I were to, you know, have $1 million to buy lakefront property. This might be a choice. It's down in the mountains. It reminds me of Switzerland, hence the nickname, the other name. Not only is it Phillips Lake, but it's Lucerne Lake. It's deep. I think some spots are over 100 feet. And that means we're going to be throwing some submerging baits. That would mean a drop shot. I should tie one on my other finesse rod. What a gorgeous lake. We have smoke on the water. The water temp is 67, so it's a good 25 degrees warmer than the air. I'd imagine this is going to be a scarred up rocky bottom. It has a lot of islands. I see pads over here. Pads in the shallows. That could be largemouth territory. Yeah, this is stunning. My goodness. I'm happy I decided to come here. On the high pressure ones, I tend to stay away just because I prefer my solitude in the water, in the woods, in the mountains. But this one looked too good to pass up without at least one visit, so we're here. Little cabins just up on the rocks. Huge boulders around here. The islands are just boulder. Yeah, we're coming back into some shallow. That's probably a little private island. Oh, big boulders underneath me. My gosh, this water. Wait till you guys see the water clarity. It's almost transparent. Stick around. Let's see if we can get on anything in this gin clear, high pressure mountain lake. You know, I have to throw a top water around these islands where I can get that lane changer in. I'm going to put that on. We have wind coming. I think it's going to top out at around 8 miles per hour. See if we got any feisty smallmouth that want to hit this river to sea gigantic lane changer right along this island. This reel is an extra 151 XG. I think it's 8-to-1 ratio, so it reels pretty fast. And the rod is a medium heavy St. Croix Legend X. See a little water ripple. Golly. Oh my gosh. This is the lake to live on. It's pretty big too. I mean, it's not like they're packed in here. Well, that shoreline looks pretty busy. Yeah, that's a private island, no trespassing. It's about 8.5 feet deep right here. This is the clearest ever. This does look like water in Switzerland. Oh, I just had a little blow up. Something hit it. Should we go back in with the sticko? A wacky? It was a little half-hearted hit. Kind of like a pickerel, but this doesn't look like pickerel water. More like pike. Let's throw the sticko. Maybe I should just stick to the islands, although the fish might have moved in along the shore for the cold night. Water temp's a little cooler out here, 68. Oh, something's on it. I just got hit. I think it was a little fish, maybe a perch or something. Let's see if I can see him. Yeah, something just pecked at it. So much rock in here. It's like a big rocky hole full of water. No muck, no dirt. It's rock. We'll go around this backside, then go hit the shoreline. It just drops off like that. This is where a drop shot would come in. Maybe I'll actually see some fish on my fish finder. I think some people overestimate it and think it shows the fish clear as day. I don't see them. Maybe I don't know how to read it right, but I see structure perfectly clear. And that's a big help. Yeah, I feel the breeze out of the west already. Oh, there's fish on it. It's just ticking at it. Kayak spooked him. Since we're coming into the developed side of the lake, there should be a bunch of docks. We'll be flipping some plastic under there. Wow, this is super developed. I might just head out to the islands, folks, because if all these boats are in and out, well, it is fall. Let's try the fluke. It's very developed, but we'll give a few more docks a toss. The water's so clear that I'm afraid getting in close, the fish will see me. Big time. Big time. Ooh, my fingers are cold. I could stick them in the water and warm them up. Yeah, might just go on out deep around the islands and throw the crankbait. Though I doubt these places are very busy. These are like summer homes, summer cabins. I don't see anyone out here, although their toys are still in the water. That means they're still here. They haven't left for the fall, winter. It's pretty peaceful out here. I'd imagine summer's so dang busy this wouldn't be any fun. Dodging boats and jet skis. Dang. Oh, there's a fish on it. I think I just had a hit. That tree's dropping acorns on that metal shed. Yeah, that's a fish. I got a fish hitting on it. Probably a little perch. Sunfish. This might be a tough spot to fish. We'll get one. And that was a fish. Let's throw my crankbait. These things are so little. Let's see if I can get one of these little whatever it is. Maybe little smallmouth. Just got some grass. We're going to the islands. There's a fish on it. It's little. It's a little one. Probably a smallmouth. Yep. Oh my. We are not skunked. Come here, you little beauty, you. First fish of the day. Look at that smallmouth. So pretty. Thank you, fish. We got one. Skunk's off the boat now. Let's get some bigs. Something's on it. Yep. Oh my word, guys. There was a fish on it, all right. A teeny tiny baby smallmouth. Smaller than the last one. Look at that cutie. Oh my word. See you, fish. He was on that stick. That's number 2. I'm gonna drop by this dock right here. See if anybody picks it up. You can barely feel them pick that up, but they take it. They take off with it. Second tiny smallmouth. I hear a chippy. If I put a tiny child down there, I'd be catching 1,000,000 of those. It seems like it might be a better option with these rocks than this Nico rig. The tiny child can get in a lot smaller places. Let's see if anybody's around that rock. Where you at, chipmunk? Oh, there's a fish on it. That's a bigger one. A little bit bigger. Just a little bit. They're eating though, guys. They're eating. Yeah, that's a bigger one. Still too small, but man, I love a smallmouth. Love the smallmouth. Look how pretty. Look at those colors. He was right on that boulder. So they're not hitting a crankbait, and I'm surprised. Maybe the bigger ones will when I get out by those islands. But these smallers are not hitting the crank. Nothing is. I haven't found them, maybe. Okay, I'm approaching this island right here. It's decent size. It has some drop-offs that I marked on the map. It's pretty deep right here. It's about 43 feet. I have a chatterbait tied on at the moment. Maybe I'll switch to a drop shot. Try the tiny child first. I like that bait in super deep water because it drops like a bullet and it doesn't get hung up. But let's see what's around this island. 29 feet. In between this and the island next to it, there's some good ledges. So, yeah, we're in these ledges right now. I have the Fire Craw Z-Man jackhammer on. I'm around some drop-offs here. Let's see what we can get on. Let's throw the Nico for a few casts. You watch, it'll catch fish. They're not hitting anything else. Let's see if they hit this. All kind of boulders. Okay, this is the front island. There's 2 more beside it. Let's go on around. Oh, watch that big rock. So much boulder. Granite. There's a fish. Or grass. Oh, it's a fish. He's just dropping it. No, it's a little tiny dude. Little tiny dude. Oh. He was sitting right on that rock. Largemouth. Got a largie. First largie of the day. Thank you, fish. Look how pretty that fish is. That's a pretty fish. Oh, that's a better one. That's a better one. Here it comes. Oh! Oh! You can't keep them down. Cannot keep these smallmouth down. They go down when they want to go down. That was a good fish. Let's keep him on. Oh, yeah. That's a beauty. That is a beauty. What a jump. Oh my gosh. You can't really control these guys. I don't know of any way to keep them from jumping. What a beautiful fish. All right, let's get this one on the board. Hopefully she doesn't cause too much problem. I knew I'd eventually get on a bigger one. They're biting, just gotta find them. And this isn't a giant by any means. But today it is. Come here, fish. That's a good fish. We'll do a release on this one in this beautiful water. That was a good fish. She didn't cause me any problem. Thank you, smallmouth. These fish are so strong. Thank you, fish. Got that wind in a little early. It's pretty windy. I'm gonna try to fish around the other side of this island, and then I'm gonna hit the shoreline and head to the protected end of the lake. Be my best bet. Get over there and try to get in some wind protection. Throwing the crankbait right now, the ragged edge. I might have to switch to a deep diving. I don't know. They're not hitting anything now. Tiny smallmouth. There he goes, folks. Second largemouth of the day. This side hopefully is a little more protected. Gonna have to fish docks and shoreline, evidently. Maybe an island and some boulders. Too windy down here. Cold. About 38 feet deep here. Not a thing down there. No fish, no cover. I really wanted to go to the other end, but it's just too windy down there. The deeper end is down that way. Too windy. Looks like a largemouth. Yep, sure is. That's a little better. Let him go. Not anything giant, but pretty little bass. Thank you, fish. They're so pretty. Still a little turd.